Jojoba oil is often described as the perfect oil, stable, gentle, compatible with the skin. But what most people don't realize is that jojoba isn't really an oil at all. And that single detail quietly changed everything about how this ingredient is produced, processed, and sold. Jojoba oil is often described as the perfect oil, stable, gentle, compatible with the skin, and almost impossible to spoil. It's praised as if nature somehow solved every problem skincare could ever face. But what most people never stop to question is why this ingredient behaves so differently from every other oil. And the answer is uncomfortable, because jojoba is not really an oil at all. That single detail quietly reshaped how this ingredient is grown, processed, scaled, and sold, long before it ever reached your skin. For years, jojoba oil has been marketed as a rare exception in skincare. While other oils oxidize, spoil, or change over time, jojoba is described as calm, balanced, and endlessly reliable. It fits easily into serums, creams, cleansers, and even hair products, always behaving the same way. This consistency created a belief that jojoba must be special, almost flawless by nature. That belief feels logical. After all, stability looks like quality. Predictability feels like safety. When an ingredient doesn't surprise us, we trust it more. Slowly, jojoba stopped being seen as just another plant-derived ingredient and started being framed as a solution, a quiet miracle that solved the messiness of natural oils. But myths don't appear randomly. They are built when an ingredient aligns perfectly with what a system needs. And the modern skincare system doesn't reward complexity. It rewards control. Here's the detail almost no label explains clearly. Jojoba oil is not technically an oil. Chemically, it's a liquid wax ester. That difference may sound subtle, but it changes everything. Wax esters behave differently from triglyceride oils. They resist oxidation. They remain stable under heat. They don't break down the way most plant oils do. This means jojoba doesn't fight time the way other oils must. It doesn't need constant protection. It doesn't demand urgency. While rosehip or flaxseed oils require careful handling, jojoba stays calm. From an industrial perspective, that calmness is gold. What we often mistake for natural perfection is actually chemical compatibility with modern production. Jojoba didn't become trusted because it was mysterious. It became trusted because it was manageable. Jojoba plants grow in some of the harshest environments on Earth: arid regions, poor soils, extreme temperatures. This resilience is often celebrated as proof of strength, but in industrial agriculture, resilience means something else: predictability. Over time, jojoba cultivation shifted from survival to optimization. Plants were selected for yield, uniformity, and chemical consistency. Genetic diversity narrowed quietly. Fields became more controlled. Harvests became more standardized. What we call natural jojoba oil today is the result of decades of decisions made to fit agricultural systems, not ecosystems. The plant adapted, not to nature, but to scale. Time is the enemy of most natural oils. From the moment a seed is pressed, degradation begins. Oxygen, heat, and light slowly strip away fragile compounds. This creates pressure across the entire supply chain. Faster transport, faster processing, faster sales. Jojoba doesn't feel that pressure. Its wax ester structure resists decay. It allows longer transport routes, longer storage, and fewer losses. Warehouses love it. Distributors love it. Brands love it. But time resistance comes with a trade-off. When time no longer threatens an ingredient, urgency disappears. And when urgency disappears, so does the incentive to preserve complexity. Because jojoba tolerates processing so well, it often undergoes heavy refinement. Filtration removes particulates. Deodorization strips scent. Clarification creates visual purity. Each step makes the ingredient easier to use and easier to replicate. What remains is not the full expression of the plant, but the version that behaves best in formulas. Neutral, stable, silent. This isn't deception, it's design. The industry doesn't remove things out of malice. It removes them to reduce risk. And over time, risk management becomes the dominant force shaping ingredients. From a formulation standpoint, jojoba is ideal. It doesn't interfere with actives. It doesn't destabilize emulsions. It doesn't surprise chemists. It behaves the same in every batch, every time. In a system built on scale, Consistency beats character. Jojoba didn't rise because it was extraordinary. It rose because it fit perfectly into a world that values control over expression. The ingredient didn't lose its soul. The system never wanted one. Understanding jojoba oil doesn't require rejecting it. It requires seeing it clearly. Not as a miracle, not as a villain, but as a reflection of the system that shaped it. When we stop asking what an ingredient promises and start asking how it survives scale, skincare becomes less confusing. And once you see this pattern, you start seeing it everywhere. If this changed how you see jojoba oil, this channel explores what happens long before products reach your routine. Subscribe to follow the series. And tell me in the comments, what surprised you most about jojoba?